What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Uncut. And today, I have someone who always makes me feel very welcomed because when I see you, I'm like, thank fucking God he's here. Because I feel like we do the same thing.
Yeah.
So this episode is called Who's Hosting? Jeff or Lammar?
I love that. What's up, Jeff?
And who's hosting, baby? I don't even know.
You can host.
I guess I'm
I'll
hosting
travel.
now. Oh,
I'll
okay.
travel.
You are in the neighborhood.
Yeah. I'll come for this daddy hair. Look at this daddy hair that's going on right there.
Bitch, there's no... I mean, is this daddy hair?
It's incoming.
You know, I actually plucked a big fucking white hair out of...
Why?
This. What do you mean, why?
Keep it.
No, bitch.
I think it's hot.
No.
I think it's hot.
Have you started getting... Oh, you do
Oh,
have
yeah.
some
I've
in
got
the
some
beard.
grays. Yeah.
You
I
know,
like it.
You want to know what I've noticed? We're pivoting so hard already. The gray hair feels different, and I don't like the feeling.
The texture of it. Yeah.
Like, I
It's
can
rough.
handle... Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go where I want it to go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like so... well groomed sometimes, and I'm like, this fucking gray ass shit.
Right.
It's just like falling whatever way, and I'm
right.
like, no.
I like
no,
it
no.
unruly. I say go for it.
How do you manscape right now? What are we working with?
I don't know what's going on here. It's like a little
Okay,
bit.
so you've got some hair.
I've got some hair and some white ones in there as
wait,
well.
you do have some white hair.
Yeah. I'm fully embracing it. I like it. And if you don't like, I don't know. I like it. If you don't like it, people don't like it. I don't care.
I just
I
haven't
like how I
got there
look.
yet. I just haven't got there yet. I think over time I will, but I think I'm like almost losing hair.
Oh no.
Like I'm not
Okay.
getting hairier.
You're like a forever twink.
Yeah. I was like, okay, bitch, we can make this ruthless.
Suspect is.
Yeah, I was like, listen, I was like 32, like we still got it. No, but yeah, like I just feel like it's not because you do get hairier when you get older.
You do.
Right?
And hair comes in other places. Like I'm 39. I'm elder millennial.
Are you 39?
I am. I just turned 39.
Shit, girl.
Yeah, totally. So you get hair in like your ears. And it's good. I get hair like on my shoulders now.
Okay.
Like totally like bear status.
And we're embracing the ear hair.
No. That has to go.
Okay.
That has to go.
Where are we drawing the line on the new hair that's emerging?
Anywhere, no. Ear has to go. Nose has to go. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Everywhere else,
Okay.
I'm okay with it. Because I like it on guys, so I choose to keep it on me.
Okay, so if
Yeah.
you don't have the hair, you don't like it, basically.
Correct.
Got it.
I think so.
So say no to ear hair.
Yeah. Yes, correct.
I don't know why, but I feel like if you get laser hair removal, it doesn't really come back. Like
Really?
my ass doesn't grow hair.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the whole hole done, and I was like,
How was it painful though?
it feels like a rubber band snapping. On
My god.
But it's like 4 snaps. So if you think about
Okay.
it, like 4 snaps,
All
like,
right. Yeah.
and I'm like,
right.
I'm good for. So I did that like 18 times.
Wow.
Once a month, 18
Okay.
times.
All right.
You know, there's a couple stragglers here and there, and I'll just like
Yeah.
go get a touch up, and it lasts like
Sure.
another 6 months. But
Yeah.
for the most part, we good.
Interesting.
But what's weird is I don't mind it on other people.
Yeah, I love ass hair.
You do.
The hairier you are, the harder I'm gonna be. Honestly.
Okay.
Like honestly.
So your dick will go inside of yourself with me. Is basically what I heard. You want nothing to do with me right now. Got it.
We can make it work.
I was like, guess we know what we're doing after this. Nothing.
You got questions on this card?
I was like, yeah, let's get to the real topic
Oh my
here.
god.
I feel like, okay, so you are Sirius XM TikTok radio
Correct.
host.
Right.
And how long have you been doing this?
4 years now. Yeah.
So you are like the Jeff of TikTok,
Yeah.
and I'm the Jeff of Snapchat, I guess. We just
yeah.
fuck around, and
Totally.
I love when I get to overlap with events with you because it's usually either women
Yeah.
or other gay men who I don't want to hang out with.
Correct.
So-
Same. Honestly, same. Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like people in this industry, if you will, are...
Odd.
I just don't find them enjoyable.
I agree with that. To me, there's a lot of odd people, which is really strange because, like yourself, I'm really sociable. I love talking to people. I'm very interested in people.
Yeah.
So when I go to these events, I think other interesting people will be there as well, but it's
You would
usually
think.
not the case.
You would think.
Which I'm really shocked by. So
Yeah.
I always look forward to when I go and I see you there.
It's
you know?
literally like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
thank fucking God.
Yeah, totally.
Because I'm surprised how many people do hosting or social media even,
Yeah.
and they literally can turn it on like a switch.
Yeah.
And then the minute they're just at the event as a casual person, I'm like, you suck.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
I was like, I actually can't relate to you. Like, yeah, your videos are good. You maybe do a good job, but like when it's away, I'm like, oh God, like.
I don't know what it's about. I wonder too if it's like social media, like brain rot or whatever it is. People are so used to just being on their own in front of their own camera, multiple takes. I shoot myself. I don't like that. Turn it off, turn it on. But then now you're interacting with people, and it's like, I don't know what to do. Shot. It's only a shot. I don't know. I can't edit this or go back and change it. Like, you know what I mean? I wonder if people are just like awkward now. I don't know.
I think a lot of people are super awkward, but also we're like at that really good age that we know how to be social.
Yeah.
Where like, no shade to my brother. I feel like he's 24.
Yeah.
They have a different, I'm not going to blame COVID. I don't know what the fuck it is. But they have a different way of like interacting and how to be social that, and is it social media's fault? I don't know. But something's up.
Yeah. We're going to deep dive on that.
Do you ever feel like though that you're putting on a performance?
No, not really. I'm always myself.
You are you, and what
totally. I'm completely myself. Like I don't believe in code switching or turning on, turning off. I'm completely my gay black self. Yeah. Always on camera, off camera, no matter who I'm talking to. In a corporate setting, radio setting, social media, doesn't matter. I'm myself completely.
You are the dirty king of pop.
Exactly. That's just who I am. And I think when you are truthfully yourself, you don't have to. I don't know. It's easier to just be because you're not performing. You're just who you are. You know what I mean?
I do think we all have like a voice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I think at the octave I like fucking get into this microphone to speak it with. Or
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, me going in the street asking people like how big your dick is. Like I promise that's not how I spend every waking hour of my day. Right? Like you're seeing a version of us.
That's true.
Right? Like I'm not myself.
Right.
But in reality, like I think I personally come off extremely sexually charged.
Yes.
And
that's not you.
I'm in a bathroom stall just measuring guys' dicks all day.
You're not doing that.
And contrary to the Eagle and every other place's belief, no, I don't do that all day.
Okay, interesting.
Although I have measured your dick in a McDonald's.
You have.
I was like, I feel like I should bring this up.
My fry.
I have measured your fry in a McDonald's. And it was a good fry.
It was a good fry.
Yeah. I also, we'll not unbox that. Since we are on a sexual topic, like, how do you handle hosting, if you will, like aside from our job as a host, like if you
hosting,
yeah, like do you prefer to host or do you prefer to go to someone else's place?
I prefer to host.
Me too.
I prefer to host. Why do you prefer to host?
I think because I'd rather write my own narrative.
Yeah,
I know I'm clean.
Yeah,
I know like where all my things are. So if I need like, oh, you need lube? Here it is. Oh, you need this? Like, totally. I hate feeling like I'm in someone's bathroom. I like have to rummage through their shit to like find whatever it is I'm looking for.
Totally.
And it's not fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel, at ease in my own place.
Yeah.
Maybe for the same reasons too. Like I feel comfortable in my bed. To your point, like I know where my supplies are.
Yeah.
My towels are here. Like I
not the towel.
You know, like
not the towel.
The rag is over here. Like this is over there. Like I just feel better in my own space. And like I think also for so long I've had roommates. You know what I mean? Like so I couldn't really host, but now I'm like an adult. Like I can
We're
host
living, baby.
I can host now. I got a 1 bedroom. Like I can host.
Yeah, you can't. How do you feel about people staying over when you are hosting? Let's say you hook up with someone. Like, do you accept the sleepover? Let's say you just met them.
If they're really hot and it's late and it was a really good hookup, yeah, totally.
Okay,
I'm down.
We embrace the sleepover.
I like a sleepover if it's like a really good vibe. What do you think?
I'll be honest.
You want them to leave?
I actually really like the sleepover.
Okay,
but it depends on my sheet washing schedule. Because if I know I just washed these sheets and then like I'm not going to wash them again for maybe like a couple days because whatever's going on. Yeah. And if I have to sleep on a pillow that you used, I can't. I'm like, I would, but I just don't want to because I'm going to get a pimple on my face. So bad.
Oh my God.
So bad. So bad. But it's not even the germs. It's I will literally get a pimple on my face.
Interesting. Okay. You know me, I will languish in it for like days.
So you like the people's oils, the sex
I don't
sheets?
care. I will sleep in it for a couple of days.
Then why are you putting out a towel?
Well, that's for to clean up your like body.
Got it.
You know, that's for that. You know, or like other things that could happen.
I get. You know, do you think it's offensive if someone lays out a towel to have sex?
No, because it's if you're doing like anal sex, something could happen.
Something could happen.
So that's for that reason.
Facts.
But otherwise, like, yeah, you should put it out. But if it's just like, oral and like foreplay.
Well, of course, we don't need a towel.
You don't need a towel for
Yeah.
that. And like, I don't mind like if it's late at night and like you leave, we mess around or we hook up and you go home. I'm keeping those sheets on the bed. I'm going to sleep right there.
You're like, I'm just going to go like this. I'm like, oop, what's that wet
yeah,
spot?
I don't care. I love it. I'm dirty.
Okay. The dirty king of pop. There it is.
I don't care. I love
so
that.
So now we know why your Instagram handle is that. Okay. But you know what it is, though? I like a towel because I feel like sometimes you get like kind of looby.
Yeah.
So I just like a quick hand thing.
For sure.
Sometimes I'm like grabbing a pillow. I'm touching my wall. I'm like, I don't need to smell that.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah,
It's a lot of things
it's
going
a lot.
on.
That's true too. So I don't like it was like too wet or too slippery. Like it could be a little too much.
You give me someone who doesn't bottom very often.
Not very often because I'm just not good at it.
Oh, okay.
It's not that
know your strengths, people.
I'm still really not very good at it.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just dom top, whatever. I just don't really enjoy it. Like, you know what I mean? So not really my
Doesn't
thing.
hit for you.
Not really.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff, but just like not really something I really enjoy.
I'm going to ask you a weird question. I don't think I've ever talked about this before. Where do you think I fall in that whole thing?
You give me like verse bottom energy.
Verse bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I would probably say I'm more verse top.
Interesting.
To be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I enjoy bottoming when I want to bottom.
Yeah.
But if I don't like you and I feel like I'm never going to see you again, then like why are you going to be inside of me?
Interesting.
That's kind of how I view it.
Okay.
Like my internal organs are like a safe space, you know?
Okay, yeah.
So like unless we're going to do this again or I actually like you, I'd rather just like fuck you, call it a day, shake hands, and we can do it again sometime.
Interesting.
But like I feel like to sit on 17 random dicks in a week and I don't know any of you, like why? Like I just feel like it's too personal for me.
Why is bottoming so intimate versus like top being so not intimate?
Yeah, like I can literally detach myself emotionally.
Interesting.
Like and not give any fucks. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you feel the same way though?
No. To me, sex is sex. You know, like.
So you get emotional.
No.
So then you detach yourself.
Well, but it doesn't matter which role I'm playing or which role I'm doing. It's the same level of investment to me. If I'm bottoming, it doesn't feel like, oh, this was such an emotional investment.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting from you, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Like, it wasn't like this big emotional like investment if you were to top me. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't need to be safe for our marriage.
When like a straight girl's like, I'm saving anal for
Exactly.
after. I promise I'm not like that bad.
Right,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, if it's a
Yeah.
one and done, like actually a weird thing I did the other day is I fucked this cop.
Oh, yeah.
And he was so fucking hot. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bottom.
Yeah.
And I was just feeling it.
Yeah, yeah.
I have not bottomed for like a random person like that and since like summer. And it's not summer,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
cold.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
I had the best time.
Nice.
And we hung out for like 2 days. Lives in New Mexico, so probably won't be seeing him anytime soon.
You never know.
You really never know.
You never know.
But I think with law enforcement, he probably has to be there. He's not working remote anytime soon.
Okay, fair.
But good.
Your profession takes you on the road.
Not to New Mexico, baby. That is one place we're not going to. I was like, fuck no. Okay, this is a good question because I get asked this all the time, and I want to see how it relates to you. How many people have you interviewed actually turned into something more, whether that be sexually or in terms of like a friendship?
One interview turned into a sex encounter.
Okay.
I had sex with someone I interviewed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, I'm not going to say names, but I interviewed someone because they were in a movie on Netflix. I was working for Viacom, MTV News at the time, so I interviewed them because it was a show they were interested in. We ended up following each other on Instagram, and then DMs and chatting. One thing led to another. The person was in LA, then they came to New York. They're like, hey, I'm in NYC. What's up? Funny enough, I didn't know this person was gay.
Are they gay now, though? Oh.
Not really.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
openly.
Okay.
But anyway, so we kind of like hooked up when this person was in New York, and then that was that.
Okay. A one and done, though.
One and done situation.
And so would you do it again?
Actually, no.
Why?
It wasn't very good.
Okay.
And I don't really do that anymore. The whole like Where
I was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean?
okay, here's what I mean by that. When it's all like, I'm curious, it's like either you want to do the stuff or you don't. Like college
Got
me,
it.
younger me was so interested in the straight guy, trying to like get him to be curious and like experiment with me. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going out of my way to do it like I used to.
You want to know what's so funny is I feel like I would get vibes from you who's someone who really would like pursue someone you were interested in.
Oh, I do. I go after
But
what I
now
want.
it's giving vibes of like, you're like, it comes to me or it doesn't, and I don't give a fuck.
It's a little bit of both. I definitely go after what I want.
Yeah.
100%. If I am at a bar and someone's like, we're doing the whole eye thing, I'm going to go over. I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah.
And there's a good chance it's going to work out. You know what I mean?
Always, yeah.
Or if I'm at the gym, whatever, I go after what I want. So there's that.
Not the gym hookup.
Listen, whatever.
What gym do you go to?
Plead the fifth. No,
Yeah.
kidding.
Crunch.
But yeah, I'm very straightforward. I know what I want. I'm very confident in myself. So there's that. But at the same time, I'm also not like pressed for it. I'm not like thirsty for it.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I used to be like, I think a lot of gay men deal with this or like love to go after the straight, curious or whatever. Like, let me figure out how to like get
I
him
can
to
change
convert.
him.
Exactly. Or like,
Yeah.
I used to be obsessed with that. I'm not going to lie. I had a moment where I was
Yeah.
like, and I was pretty good at it too. Where like,
Oh.
let's experiment or let's do this. And like, now I'm like, if it happens, cool. If it doesn't, I don't care anymore. Like,
Well, like I'm past this shit now.
like I have other options.
I mean, literally though.
Yeah.
I think there's-
Did you have that moment in your life?
Yeah, unfortunately, and it didn't go good.
No. What do you mean?
He was someone who I can't say we officially dated,
Okay.
but someone from school, college days, and I came out at 21. So I kind of like justified it being like, when he turns 21, maybe he'll have the same realization.
Yeah.
And his 21-year-old self came around and did not have that realization. So I was like, I'm wasting my fucking time. Tried to make it work so hard. He ended up getting a girlfriend and like a same time. And I was like, this like just isn't good. And so it ended really bad. We blocked each other on everything possible. Never saw him again. But he's married, happy, whatever the vibe is, like wish him well. Don't really care at this point. But I feel like similar, like going back to what you're saying, I think when you were into that for so long and then it obviously does not work, right?
Right.
Like there's no good end game that's going to come from this. And I was so heartbroken, miserable. Like oh my God, like it was just really, really bad.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like when I see things like that, I'm like,
Don't.
we're too old,
We're too
like,
old.
we're not doing this again.
Yeah.
Like I can't change you. Like even just dating in general, you could say you're gay. I'm like so past the point of helping you find yourself.
Totally.
Like we don't know where we're going to end up in 5 years, but have something. Like what's the plan? What
Have
do you
a
want to
vision.
do? Yeah, like
have some kind of direction you're going in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what's really important to me anyway.
like really bad example would be like I meet a bartender and I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, I bartend." And I'm like, "Okay. So you don't really know what you want to do." Like if you're bartending because you're paying off your student loans or you're in between Broadway gigs or like you're doing something but this is your in between phase, but when you meet someone who's like doing something and there's no real like what's the plan here?
Yeah.
I think a plan is good.
Totally.
And sometimes your plan and direction doesn't work out and that's cool too.
Totally.
But strive for something,
Totally.
right? Like
I completely agree. I think like Oprah says this all the time. When you know what you want, like the clouds kind of clear up.
Yeah.
And that's when your life has direction. You just need direction. I'm going in this direction. Yeah, there's some twists and turns along the way, but I know I'm going that way.
Facts.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
And we can roll there together. We can like co-pilot together because we know where
Somehow.
we're going.
Yes.
We can take detours, but we know we're going this way. That's
That
how I
way.
feel about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's what life's all about.
I also think if you like say things like, let's say I say I want to host a talk show one day.
Yeah.
Right. You might be like, I got offered to have a talk show. I need a co-host. Let's do this together.
Totally.
Right. Like I
Yeah.
think if you don't say these things and like be around people who do what you do or like
Yes.
talk about things, then
Yes.
how the fuck do you expect something to like just fall on your lap from the sky?
Totally.
So the one thing I always love is it's cringe until it works.
Yes.
You know?
Totally.
People could say this is cringe. People could say, grow up. What the fuck are you doing? Like you're wearing mesh. I'm
Right.
like whatever the case is,
Right.
right? Like we're too
Right.
old or
Sure.
say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Until it works.
But like,
And then they're
we
like-
have jobs already.
Right.
Like it is something, you
Yeah.
know, like this is so fun. This is great.
Yeah,
I love
you.
this. But this is our job.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
I
So-
will tell a quick story. I had a friend, notice past tense had, where
R.I.P.
I had a friend. He's not dead. He's dead to me.
Yeah.
I had a friend who we were out one time at Rise, the gay bar here in the city.
Oh, we've never been.
Yeah, just in case your audience doesn't know where it is. Well, we're at a gay bar in the city, and this guy tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, are you Lammar from like TikTok? And I follow you on TikTok and Instagram. I love your videos." And it was really cool. We had a funny little moment or whatever, and that was it. And he was like, "Wow, you got recognized in this bar." And he's like, "You know, I gotta be honest, when you're doing these videos during the pandemic, I thought they were kind of silly, but this is really cool that like this is happening for you." And I was like, in my mind, you didn't believe in me.
Yeah.
You're my friend, and now it's all happening. And now you're like, "Oh, how cool is it?" So it's like, one, you never know who's like low-key talking shit behind your back and not really supporting you. Strangers will support you more than your own close friends and family. So you just have to believe in yourself and keep going.
Facts.
It's only, to your point, it's cringe until it's happening. It's cringe until you're popping off. And then they want to know, how'd you do it? How'd you do it?
Always.
So many people, during the pandemics, when I started all this TikTok and everything, then everything kind of blew up for me. The radio show, and I've been on TV all the time. Had a billboard in Times Square. People were like, "Oh my God."
Oh, I think I saw that actually.
Yeah.
That was
then-
recent.
It was like 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. But they're
I
like,
guess I've known you for.
yeah. At this point, time between 2020 and now,
I'm
it's all
like,
blurred.
"Bitch, how long have I known you?
I know, right?
Yeah.
But like, people were like, now they're like, "How'd you do it?" After they were like, this is kind of silly. You're like,
Yeah.
dancing around in a McDonald's onesie in your bedroom, whatever. But I'm like, this is funny. This is entertaining. Yes, I'm like, now I'm 39, but I think this is really enjoyable. I know something I would enjoy watching. And now they want to know, how'd you do it? Because now they want to
Always.
do it.
Always.
You know, so just go for it.
Yeah. If you want to do something, be cringe.
Yeah, be cringe.
That's my best advice.
Totally.
Just be fucking cringe.
You gotta climb.
And tell your friends to fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Literally.
Two things. You have to climb cringe mountain. All right. You're going to have to climb cringe mountain to get to your destiny.
I love cringe
That's
mountain.
number
That
one.
sounds amazing.
That's number one. And number two, haters hate up. No one who is doing something exceptional is looking down on you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Anyone who is hating on you is down here, down below.
That's a good way of looking.
You know
I've
what I
never
mean?
heard that before.
Anyone who is like where we want to be in our life, they're going to be supportive of you.
Facts.
If you meet like a Ryan Seacrest or anyone like that, he's going to be encouraging of you, giving you advice. Anyone else who's like hating on you, they're not where you want to be.
That's literally true.
Mhm.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to play a game with you before
Yes.
I'm gonna
we
pick
got
a dice.
deep. This is supposed to be like serious and sexy.
That was cute. That was cute though.
All right. Bring back the sex.
We
stuff.
maybe motivated someone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is called the name drop game.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go through 5 questions, and on
Okay.
the count of 3, we are going to name drop a person.
Okay.
Might be good, might be bad.
Oh,
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Name drop game. Here we go. It's got to be quick, and you can't ask me questions.
I can't ask you anything.
We're just gonna say the name,
Okay.
and then we're gonna part ways with the question.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Name drop game number 1. Who's the biggest name you've interacted with for work? 1, 2, 3. Morgan Freeman.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Viola Davis.
Both great people.
Icons.
Love that.
Mhm.
I'm happy I interviewed him, not to be fucked up, but like before he died or stopped doing things, because like
Yeah.
he like actually was like godly. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this like
That's
mythical
really
man
cool.
who I've just always heard of, and now I met him.
That's so cool.
Like dope.
yeah.
Viola Davis, I feel like would be sick though too.
It was epic.
Oh, this one might be hard. I'm gonna have to think for a second. Who's the most boring celebrity you've ever talked to? Boring is a tough word. Who came up with these questions? Because it wasn't me.
Boring.
Boring. Do you have someone who comes to mind? Give me a kickoff.
I don't think I have anyone. Honestly, boring. No one honestly comes to my mind.
Like no celebrity comes to mind from boring.
Not really.
To be honest, I would say the only thing I could think of that would be boring is when somebody just talks about themselves the whole time and it's like, can you give me some substance?
Sure,
Right? Like I
yeah.
feel like they're just so there, like playing the role, and it's like just be a little something.
Sure,
This isn't
sure.
meant to be an interview. Just be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have someone
Okay. Okay.
who's
Good.
boring.
Okay.
Who's the hardest person you ever had to talk to? I know this right off the top of my head.
Okay. You go.
Ellie Goulding.
Really? Why?
Brutal.
Really?
Brutal. Like Victoria's Secret fashion show, I don't even know how many years ago. And I just felt like she was so cold. And I was like, girl, give me something. She just gave me like my pretentious, like I can't be bothered. And I was like trying so hard. And I was like, she is, I don't want to say a cunt, but like it wasn't good.
Yikes.
Wasn't good.
Yikes.
Wasn't good. So she's someone who like every time I see her, like even like a song, I'm like, I'm not gonna like it. Not gonna listen to this shit. I was like, I'm not supporting Ellie Goulding. Like, and she's a good singer, right? I mean,
Right.
she comes around like once every 5 years.
Yeah.
But when she comes around, I'm like, no,
Scarred.
No,
Yeah.
I was like,
It
she's
leaves a
not
bad taste in your mouth. I understand that.
Isn't that crazy?
No, I get it. It makes total sense. All right. My answer is JVN, Jonathan Van Ness.
Oh,
Kind of similar. So I interviewed them. They were in partnership with, I think, like an alcohol company, like Stella or something like that.
okay.
I was writing a story, but I'm not writing about just that company. I have to write about them and then incorporate the partnership in it. Does that make sense? Like I'm not
Yes.
writing a story about the partnership. That's an ad. I'm gonna write about you and then mention that you're partnering with them or whatever.
There's always something. Yes,
Exactly. That's how this stuff works. Help me, help you. That's kind of how it works. All
Some
they
people
did,
don't get it.
They don't get it. They didn't answer any questions I had. Every question they were connecting it back to, and then Stella, and then I was like, oh my god, like you're giving me
Like
nothing.
just like couldn't be a person.
Couldn't be a
basically.
person. Wouldn't answer any questions about the show. Or at the time, I think they were dating someone, and I was like,
I think they're married, right?
yeah, this
Yeah.
is years ago now.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just a really bad interview. Then I didn't have anything to write. So then the PR people were like, hey, where's your story? I was like, there's no story. Because I don't write just about alcohol. I
Yeah.
need to write about them and what they're doing because I think the new season was coming out. They are interesting. The story is them. And then I'm going to mention your brand. That's kind of
Yeah.
how it works. Like, you know this.
No one's clicking an ad.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
you should have paid for an ad. You know what I mean? So it was awful. Just awful.
Okay, last one. What's one celebrity you'd hook up with instantly? It doesn't need to be someone you've interviewed.
Okay. Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Yes.
Okay.
Will Smith. I've had a crush on Will Smith since I was a teenager, kid. I don't know,
Okay.
since Fresh Prince. And he's still hot today.
Did we like him when he had that dad bod? Remember, like there was that whole thing
Yeah.
of him like having the dad
Yeah,
bod
yeah,
and people,
totally.
like trying to talk shit about him.
Still hot.
Got it.
Still hot.
Have you interviewed him?
No, I
Okay.
have not. His daughter, Willow. Great interview, by the way. I love her.
She seems cool as fuck.
She was so great. That was a great interview. But Will Smith, I love that man since, I don't know, the 90s.
Listen, maybe you will get to cross paths somehow.
Will, if you're out there.
Yeah.
And if there's a chance.
Will, if you're trying to grow on TikTok and you'd like to come on his radio show. You never know.
You
He
know?
could have a music career or something like relaunch.
I mean, he kind of did this year. He put out a couple songs.
Did he?
Yeah. Whoops, you didn't hear it.
I didn't pop up on my Discover.
Whoops, it's out there.
I would. Mine's
Yeah.
so basic, but I would have to say mine's Shawn Mendes.
Okay.
Like, I just feel like he's so cute.
Yeah.
Like, I love not the naiveness about him, but I think he's
Yeah.
like so like he comes across as like a real person.
Yeah.
And not someone who's pretentious and like super cunty. And I'm like, there's an adorable
Yeah.
trait about him.
That feels so realistic.
Like I could do it.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen for you. If anyone can do that, it's you.
Yeah.
I can
listen.
see him running through some woods one day and you stopping him and asking him just
his underwear. Yeah. And then I just like take the
And the next thing you
underwear.
know-
Yeah. And then we get married.
kiss or slap, and next thing you know.
See, that's how it all starts.
I can
right?
see it. It's going to happen.
I think we'd look good together.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, if this pops up on your Explore page. Wait, I think I have another weird game actually we should play.
Do you? Okay.
I think I'm just going to ask these to you.
Okay.
These are fucked up. Okay, wait, no.
Uh-oh.
These are weird news articles that came out in 2024.
Okay.
Some are true, some are false.
Okay.
And you have to tell me what is true and what is false.
Okay.
So I'm going to say the headline.
Okay.
And you tell me if it's true or false.
Okay.
Headline number 1. Lil Nas X sent pizza to anti-gay protesters outside his concert. True or false?
That's true. He did that.
That is true. He trolled them with a peace offering.
Yes. I love that. That was really smart. That was really cool.
Next one. James Charles tried to DM Shawn Mendes and got left on red.
That sounds true. That sounds true. That's something James Charles would do. That's something he definitely would do. That sounds true.
It is true. A public cringe moment. That,
Yikes. And Sean
I remember people
saw it.
talking about this.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think it literally. But you want to know what's weird is he obviously is the one who screenshotted that, right?
Yeah.
And he sent that to someone.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
So it's like, I wonder if he was like, can you imagine that this guy thought he was going to get it and he sent it to his friends? Like, imagine the conversation that happened. Because James would never screenshot that.
Right, of course.
Just out of embarrassment, be like, red, like it leaked from somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
And it's not giving James.
No. Yeah, why would he share that?
I would be mortified to share
totally.
that.
Delete. I would go back and delete the
if
messages.
Sean left me on red, Sean, don't leave me on red.
Right. I would delete the messages that I sent to him. He's talking to himself.
Yeah, I'd be like, I think she's just stalking me.
I've done that before.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I DM, do you DM people? You say fuck it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I always just ruthlessly, I'll be like, oh man, you look hot. Like,
yeah, I have.
Why not?
Yeah, I will shoot my shot. Yeah, totally.
Like I'm not the person who sends a paragraph be like, I've followed you since 2014. I loved you in what was that Will Smith movie with the fucking dog?
Oh, I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Oh my God.
You know, like we're not. I'm not gonna gas you up with a paragraph.
No.
But I'll just be like, oh, I love your outfit. You look really good.
Totally. I'm going to like
simple.
a bunch of photos in your feed, and then I'm going to hit you with the DM, respond to an IG story, you know.
Like that's the way to go
that's
about
how you do it. Yeah.
I think if someone spam likes me, it's too needy, in my opinion.
I want that to me is a signal, especially for someone like you. You probably get a lot of likes, so you need to see in your notifications that this one person, there's a lot of likes from this one person. To me, that shows me I bet there's a DM from that person, and usually it is.
And that's when you go look.
Yeah.
But do you think it'd be weird if it was somebody who maybe you would hook up with, but now it's coming off like fangirl behavior, I guess?
No, to me, they want my attention.
Yeah.
To me, they're telling me they want my
and that
attention.
turns you on.
No. It's just a signal.
Okay.
To check my DMs to see
For
if that
that person.
person is there. And usually they are.
And how often does it mean they're someone you would want to be with?
I mean, it doesn't mean I will want to be with unless they're hot.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes it
Yeah.
doesn't come off the best way.
It's not about how it comes off. It only matters if they're hot.
Got it.
Yeah.
So we're getting shallow here now.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. Obviously, that's what it comes down to, right? Like if you're not sexually attracted to the person,
Yeah.
this isn't a fucking pity party.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean,
Because like people say, oh, don't send me a tap on Grindr. If I tap you and you like how I look, you're gonna respond.
you're gonna respond.
You know what I mean? That's what
Facts.
it's, yeah.
Literally facts.
Yeah.
You wanna know what's so annoying though to me sometimes is I'm like, I hate the game behind things where it's like, I feel like I know in 2 seconds if I'm into it or I'm not into it.
Yeah.
And this like weird back and forth of like, you like a picture, they like a picture,
Right.
but then I'm like, just what are we doing?
Yeah,
here?
what are we doing?
Like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm too old
Fair.
for this.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 more.
Okay.
Okay, next one. RuPaul once said, drag is for everyone except straight men. True or false?
That's false. He says it's for everybody.
Ru says, all about inclusive.
Mhm.
True, true, true. Yeah, I mean, it is false. So you are correct.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Troye Sivan has called out for saying he doesn't date guys who top.
I don't know. Troy, does that mean he's a top?
He doesn't date guys who top. That's what the headline says.
False.
That is true.
True.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have never fully unboxed this headline. But yeah, like maybe he doesn't want a bottom, but he gives me bottom energy.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe when you say top means like you are only a top, which means you're not open-minded to being verse.
Yeah.
Because I would say it's important that we're verse. Like
Correct.
if somebody was one-sided either way,
No,
we're
yeah.
not going to date long-term.
I agree with. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's what I want as well. Yeah.
So maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Yeah.
My last one, Ricky Martin once revealed he came out after fans spotted him on Grindr.
Ooh. I don't think that's true. That's false. He came out like in a better way. That's false.
It is false. Ricky came out in a heartfelt letter not being spotted online.
Oh, okay.
So don't know what the letter was or who it was to, but some letter. And like, good for her. You know?
I love that. But I did see an interview. Ricky be hooking up with fans. I saw an interview where I think he was on Andy Cohen and he talked about hooking up. Andy asked him if he's ever hooked up with a fan, and he said yes.
But think about, okay, so yes. I highly doubt it's from an Instagram DM. I bet it was from like his like touring days or like maybe like an Equinox gym, something who like went up to him. I feel like when you meet people like in person. Like if somebody approached me in person.
You got a shot.
And was like, oh, like I loved your video you posted the other day. And he was at the gym. And I thought he was attractive. I would maybe give that more of the time of day. If someone just DMs me and I'm like, they've been DMing me for 3 years. I don't really know how this. I feel like meeting in person is the whole thing.
Fair.
If I meet you in person and you want to like say something to me, and I find you attractive, we might be able to do some things.
All right, that's the approach.
Just
that's the cheat code. Now you know.
Make sure you say hi because you're not getting it any other way. You know, that's how I feel. How do you feel about fan fucking? Should we call it that? Fan fucking. How do you feel about fan fucking?
I don't know. Honestly, I feel a little strange about it, honestly. I do feel a little strange about it. I guess it depends on the approach, I suppose.
Yeah.
I do feel a little strange. A couple of times people who follow me have engaged and like, you know, their DMs turn flirty. And like, it feels odd.
Yeah.
It feels odd because it feels like the relationship feels really strange because how they see me, it feels... I can't explain it. I don't know what the right words are, but it feels a little odd to me. Like, I can't explain it, but I feel like I'm on a pedestal or something.
Like the power dynamic is off.
It almost feels like that. It almost feels like this is not the right analogy, but it feels like I'm like their boss.
Yeah.
And it feels inappropriate. Even though they don't work for me or anything, but it feels inappropriate. Even though it's not, there's no relationship.
Maybe because like when you're in your phone and you're like messaging them, you're like, oh, this is work for me. And like you're in here. Maybe it's just like the wrong platform where if somebody messaged you on Grindr, that same person, maybe you'd be more into it because it's more equal level playing field.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, a few times, many people who follow me, I can tell they follow me, they like all my things, they respond to my IG stories, I have polls there and stuff like that. You know, people engage and they like my videos. And then I respond to as many people as I can, and then they turn flirty, and I'm like, oh, this is awkward because it feels inappropriate. Yeah, it feels like they're my intern or something. It feels so awkward.
Not the intern. You want to know what's weird for me though? It's trust.
Interesting.
Because I feel like I get nervous about like I don't know who this person is.
Yeah.
I technically don't really know who's on the other side of this. Like, is it you? Is it him? Like, I don't fucking know who this person is.
True. Yeah.
And so I feel like if I'm gonna put things into words, send my address, I just like can't get myself to do that. Like, I don't want to like send someone my address who I don't know.
Yeah.
But they know me.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong thing that then maybe because I think I have a very rude, dark sense of humor.
Oh, okay.
And so I feel like if you're gonna actually like get to know me and I'm gonna like put certain things in words,
right? Like
I don't want anything misconstrued. Right. I don't want to like message you and say like let's meet here because I think it's just the dynamics off.
Yeah.
And I think especially when someone is a fan, or maybe you're not a fan, maybe you're a troll trying to get me to do something so you could use as blackmail. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe we've all been burned, and so we're just very scared to do certain things.
Yeah, nothing's happened to me, you know, knock on wood, but yeah, I just feel, you know,
there's hesitation.
There's a hesitation. Yeah. I'm very apprehensive.
And also a screenshot. I have screenshots from people DMing me things, and I'm like, be on the lookout for this bitch, because if they all of a sudden start being like nice to me all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't fuck with this person, and this is why. So like, I literally have a folder in my phone of like screenshots of certain people.
Right.
So if like, I don't know, just something happens, I'm like, I could go back as a reference point and be like, don't fuck with this bitch. Don't give a fuck if like you've worked with them before, whatever. Don't take $1 from them.
Right.
Because something's gonna happen.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to keep track of people. I don't trust them.
Yeah, that's really smart.
You can tell which person's been burned numerous times.
Yeah,
at the
I can tell. Yikes. Well, I think you do something very different. So I think, not to say that you're attracting this, but I think, you know, you're very sex focused and you're attracting certain people.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm doing very music focused. It's very pop culture driven. And it's a lot of like I do a lot of pop culture nostalgia content.
You also could give vibes of like, is he gay? Is he straight?
Yeah.
You know, like you don't,
yeah.
maybe bad words, but you don't lead with your sexuality.
Sure, yeah.
Where I think like all my stuff like leads with like,
Yeah.
this guy's fucking gay, clearly.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like
that's what I
there's-
wanted to say. I didn't want to like.
Yeah, like there's no like way of like being around. Like my stuff
Yeah.
is made for the gays.
Yeah, I get a lot of
Yeah.
women in my DMs
I'm
actually, which
sure.
we have not even talked about. I get a lot of women in my DMs who I'm like, what are you, headless? Like, how
Have
can
you been with a girl?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. This was like maybe 12 years ago. I did it to get with a guy.
Jesus Christ.
I've
Here
also
we
been
go.
with but it's still a woman, but it's a trans woman.
Okay.
Also to get with a guy.
Jesus Christ. So
I
these
would
were
do anything to get
threesomes?
with a guy.
They were threesomes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. They were pretty hot, actually.
I think I could get down with something like that as
Mm-hmm.
well.
You know, I think we don't talk enough about this continuum on the other side of like homosexuality going the other way. And like, we also about how curious straight men can be and how curious, explore your sexuality. But we never talk about gay men exploring their sexuality.
I feel like because it's like once I've said this before. I think once I've gone too far,
Yeah.
I almost don't know if I could go back.
Right.
Right? Like I have had sex with a girl. I've done it.
Okay.
I think in my brain I said I enjoyed it or something at the time.
Okay.
But I think now that I've been with so many guys and I
Right.
know what I like and there's
Right.
certain things, I don't know if I could
Go
pivot.
back.
But again, if there was a guy involved or it was a hot situation, you know, I'm in fucking Spain and meet a straight couple who's like down for the bit. I'm never gonna
Right.
see him again. Why not?
So when you had sex with a woman, was this before you came out?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So it's
Okay.
like I feel like it's different once you've done the things, and I also don't know many straight women
Who would
who'd
be-
be open minded to having sex with a gay guy for no fucking reason, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're a straight woman watching this and you want to fuck a gay, it doesn't need to be me. I'm just curious if you would do it,
Right.
right?
Yeah. I don't know. But I feel like we don't talk about that enough. I feel like we're always pushing especially straight men, especially a lot of gay men. How do you know if you don't try? You should explore or whatever.
Yeah.
But gay men don't explore.
They definitely don't. I feel
You
like
don't
gay men
explore.
give themselves, what is it, like the fucking star? Like I'm a
Right, gold
platinum
star,
or gold
you know,
star.
whatever, I
Like,
don't
like,
know.
okay, bitch. Like
Yeah, but
You
we
were
always,
C-sectioned, whatever, like-
prod straight men to like explore their sexuality and
Yeah.
try things, and like, the straight guy in college who, had a couple beers and, whatever. But like, we never go the other way around. So there are times where I'm like, I'm kind of curious too about women or things like that. And like, but it also feels taboo to talk about and weird to
For
talk
sure.
about, the same way I think straight men might, or anyone has hesitation to talk about curiosity and exploring their sexuality.
curiosity is a scary thing to talk about, I think, though,
Yeah.
because the minute you put things into word, then you're judged immediately.
Totally.
Right? It's almost like
Yeah.
how gay guys are like, I mean, I guess everybody has kinks,
Yeah.
but you maybe not verbally say certain
Mm-hmm.
things because you're uncomfortable, which then
Sure.
obviously I'm going to feel uncomfortable if you can't even fucking say what
Right.
you want.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But I think in general, I think people should just explore and be more
Yeah.
open-minded. Because like, who gives
Who
a fuck?
cares? Yeah, who cares? And if you can't
Yeah.
say what you want, you shouldn't be doing it.
Look at that.
If you can't say it, you shouldn't be doing it.
You don't deserve it.
You don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be peed on, say I
Say
want to
it.
be peed on.
Own it. Literally,
Yes.
like own it. There's, as long as you're not hurting anybody and everyone's
Yeah.
consenting, do
Yeah,
it.
piss on whoever you want.
Literally. Have you done that before?
Just like a joke in the shower.
Oh, okay.
You know me. I'm a fucking germaphobe. If somebody pissed in my bed,
Right.
I would fucking kill you. I would kill you. I'd be so mad. You
Oh my
can't
God.
come back from that. You need like a
Yeah.
whole new mattress.
Yeah.
Like you would
Yeah,
need.
you can't do it in the bedroom.
I'm pretty sure there's a
Yikes.
cover you could put on your mattress.
But like, no.
You're like, what's the
What's the
point?
point of
The
that?
point is because you think it's hot, I guess.
But like, I don't know. It's gonna be. I don't know. Forget it.
Not us having to end on pissing on a mattress.
I
right
know,
now.
right? I think
I
it's
was
a
like,
great place to end on.
This is where we should end. We should not go any deeper than being on a mattress.
Oh man.
All these episodes are turning really ratchet.
Mm.
I guess that's why it's called Uncut.
Yeah. You never know where it's gonna go.
I did send the questions.
Yeah.
And you only crossed out one, so I guess it was pretty good.
Yeah.
You were open minded to whatever the fuck we were gonna go
Yeah,
down.
I'm down for whatever.
And I still got the question answered, just not on camera. So, okay, well, why don't you tell everyone where they could find you, follow you, listen to you, and all the things?
Yeah. I'm at Dirty King of Pop on everything. Dirty like Christina Aguilera.
Don't you have like 2 R's, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
2 R's, like how Christina spells it with dirty.
So make
Let's
sure
get
you know
dirty.
the 2 R's.
Exactly. On all the platforms, TikTok, Instagram, etc.
What's your OnlyFans? Because they're going to want to follow it.
Yeah, I don't have that yet.
Just messing. Okay, well, thank you for coming. I love you.
Thanks for having me.
Until
Love you too.
the next fucked up thing we get to do together.
Can't wait.
And you guys can tune in next week for the episode of Uncut, and happy holidays, boys. And I guess some girls, maybe.